Live and we're live and we're live and we're live in the Green Nurse community today. Hello, everybody. It is Fun Friday. It is fun, fantastic Energy Healing Friday. So you guys all know, what do we talk about? We talk about high vibes, right? And how cannabis can bring those high vibes to us. But there's other energy therapies that we do want to talk about today. And the reason why is because it's different. When we talk about healing, we talk about biopsychosocial spiritual healing. So energy therapies aim to increase and to create a state of balance, health, peace on those energetic levels of our body. I'm calling it energetic homeostasis, right? So healing isn't the absence of illness or disease, but just think about this for a second. Healing is the emergence of new patterns of thought, new patterns of behavior, new patterns of physiology that we don't even know that's going on, that dissolves limitations, decreases suffering, and improves quality of life. So there's many types of energy therapies that are around, and you all have heard of a lot of them. Music therapy with vibrations, frequency, tones. I look at music as the language of angels. And then we have therapeutic touch, which is the laying on of hands. And then there's reconnective healing and Reiki healing. And that's the exchange of energy, light, and information with love to bring about bioenergetic homeostasis. And basically, what we're going to tap in today is something new and different. We're going to talk about Healy, and we'll be demonstrating the ability for you to all receive those frequencies and healing. So why are we doing this? We're going to talk about Healy. We're going to give you a sample session of these frequencies. And the reason why we're doing this is because we have an obligation to share information, just like cannabis. Cannabis has had a huge impact on all of our lives. Here we all sit, we're all cannabis nurses, and we've all been using this energy vibrational machine. So Healy is a microcurrent medical device that was patented and developed in Germany. And it's a medical device for pain, chronic pain, arthritis, muscle soreness, migraines. And Denise is going to get a little bit more into what the microcurrent aspect is. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about resonance. And so Healy uses individual frequencies like this energy, this vibration to help balance our minds, our bodies, to relieve stress. So think about it. Our cells is all energy, right? So Healy is about regenerating at a cellular level to bring our body back to homeostasis or quantum wellness for that bioenergetic balance. I know these are big words, but you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the vibes. I feel it already, and I'm not even using it. So I'm not even using it. Just talking about it, I can feel it oozing. So Healy uses individualized frequencies to help balance our mind and body. So we offer these sessions. We've all been wearing them. We've been using them on our friends and our families, and we've had remarkable results. So the combination of cannabis and these Healy energy frequencies have been very instrumental to my health. And as nurses, we want to share the information. So I'm here with my cannabis nurse colleagues, Denise Costello, Michelle Morris, and Carrie Lee Lauro. And we've all been using the healing frequencies for the biopsychospiritual healing during the pandemic. So let's all say hello. I'm going to let Denise start, and she's going to explain a little bit more. She's going to program the machine, and the machine will start giving these energy frequencies to everyone. And then all of us will go around really quickly and talk about how this machine has helped us this week. All right, Denise, take it over.
All right. Oh, I love this. So I love what you said, Sherry, about patterns, establishing new patterns. And I look at when I first was introduced to Healy, I will admit I didn't know that much. I knew a lot about energy healing, but I didn't understand or know much about the microcurrent and the frequency aspect of it. And I also know that, a lot of times we focus on, just the physical body, right? Like the meat and the bones and how we nourish ourselves and we eat or how we exercise. And, I knew that there was this bioenergetic side of us, like this whole other, we are vibrational beings, but I didn't know how to really nourish that, and that's what really attracted me to this in the beginning, because I'm like, wow, there's this whole information field about our body that communicates. It's like the biggest part of us, right? If you go
Yeah.
all the way down into the cells, you know, you keep going down to the atom and the protozoa. It's just energy. It's just right.
Yeah.
So the mind-boggling thing is that, you know, we are energetic beings, and this is just, we're like a holograph of our energy. So
Yes.
I know that's crazy, but it's
No, it's not.
no, it's not crazy. It's real, you know. This is like, we were miraculously created, you know. We were amazing beings, you know, here on this,
Yes.
right? Living in
Yes.
our body. So what attracted me to it, so I love that this Healy kind of has two aspects to it. You
Hmm.
have the science, you know, the technical aspect of actually sending direct microcurrent and frequency, which they have been using for years. Physicians, you know, will typically, you would need to go to a doctor, you know, physician's office, and you would be hooked up to the electrodes, and it would read the biovale, you know, connecting to your body, and it would emit these frequencies that go into the cellular level to work on the cells, raising your ATP, which is the powerhouse of your body and your cells,
Yes.
up 500%. Like, I was
Yes.
like, are you kidding me? Like, I want some of that. And
Yes.
I can feel, and so they used it a lot with athletes and people who needed, who had pain or needed regeneration of connective tissue, and, you know, boosting up those cells to be able to do the best thing that they can. And I have to tell you that the thing that I've noticed since I've been using my Healy regularly, I feel like 20 years old. I have
Right.
so much energy, and it makes sense because that microcurrent is going right into the cells, right?
Yep.
So that's a beautiful application for anybody, you know, like, who doesn't want that, right? And the thing I love about it, it's so easy. Got this is like a $30,000 machine, you know, that would be this big machine in a doctor's office that you would have to schedule, you'd have to be hooked up to. We're walking around with this in our pocket. You know, we're
Yeah.
able to have access to it. And that's what I think is truly amazing, spectacular. This is in 40 different countries now. It just launched in the United States. And, you know, I just want to spread, we all want to spread the
Yes. And
word.
that's the part that's so great too, Denise, is we offer these sessions at the Green Nurse. We
Right.
offer Healy frequency sessions because they can be done remotely. You don't
Exactly.
necessarily have to be in person. You know, you don't have to be hooked up to anything. Resonance healing is very similar. You think about Reiki, remote healing, and reconnective healing. It's an exchange of energy, light, and information. There is no time or space. It has a quantum sensor. That's really powerful.
It's very powerful. And that's, you're talking, that's the second aspect of this. So there's like two arms of it. And I
Hmm.
love that we can do that. My kids are at college. There's learning applications. There's 144 different frequency applications. You have
Yes.
for skin, for beauty, for mind, for pain, for sleep, any of these things. And because it has a distance energy that you can send as well. You have the two applications. You can send it to anybody, your animals. You know, I've programmed anybody who is watching this and is with us here. I have it programmed in the Healy, and I'm going to be sending the vibration to anybody who taps in.
Mhm.
And that's another beautiful thing that I absolutely love about this. And, you know, we're all busy people. You know, we try to self-care and we try to do the best that we can. And it's hard, especially, you know, our heart is really going out to our fellow nurses and healthcare providers that are just, just running themselves to the ground emotionally, physically, you know, spiritually even. And this is something that just put in your little pocket. You can wear all day long, and you can get this energy going through to help you through the day. So that's another reason why I just really want to focus on, you know, the people that really need this, and that's, you know, why we're here sharing this. But the beauty is, when you talk about new patterns, you know, we're introducing new ways of healing, right? we're introducing how cannabis, this plant, the cannabinoids, how do we get these cannabinoids, you know, in our body, and the marrying of that in our body, turning on that endocannabinoid system, helping our body in communion with our body to be able to work, you know, at its very best, giving it what it needs. Add energy in there. And you are like, oh my gosh.
Well, it's
Whoa.
Denise, just I'm going to just describe it really quickly. When these frequencies come into my being, this is how I look at it, especially when I close my eyes. It feels like my cells are being filled up with love and with light, and I feel expansive. I feel like a helium balloon.
Totally. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the session.
Okay. So show everyone, just show everyone the little
Show you
screen,
guys
and then everyone will go around and share
guys
how it's helping them.
So when we get started with this, you program, like you just put your name in, and I put all of our group in, and there are, I'm just going to read it. There's a bunch of different programs like pain, learning, fitness, job, sleep, beauty, skin, mental balance, bioenergetic balance. Bioenergetic is your whole body. Meridian 1. So when you think about acupuncture, so the things that help to release blockages. So I look at this too, and this is something I've really noticed. It has really released a lot of mental, like subconscious blockages that I've noticed that I've been carrying around. And, you know, that's hard to get to. We can meditate, we can go to a therapist, we can do all of that stuff. But, you know, it's time and energy. And I've noticed with this, by doing this regularly, it taps in. There's a way to read your aura. And I love, you know, it reads the aura and it brings up things you're like, how did you know that? Like, how in the world did you know that? I never told anybody about that. I'm like, oh my God.
It's quantum sensor. We're talking,
Sensor, quantum physics, like, you know, just it's fascinating when you start getting into this. You're just, it's mind blowing. So anyway, so what we do is there's all of these programs and we scan. So what this has the ability to do is it will scan and go through all of those programs, and then it pulls out the top 5 things that you are most resident to. Meaning, like, resonance is like a vibration. And if you can think about, you pluck a guitar string, you know, like the note G. If you have a guitar across the room, that guitar string over there that will be vibrating at G. So vibration, resonance tries to find itself. So when
it's called entrainment. So entrainment, right?
Right.
Entrainment. So the vibrational frequencies from one part of the room are being entrained. It's a felt, it's an unseen energy, the vibrations, frequency moves really fast, right? You can't, very, very fast.
Super fast. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, I'm going to scan this group.
Great. And so here she's doing, so she's scanning the group energy. And so this is for anyone that comes in here at any point in time. So if you watch this 3 days from now, you're going to be receiving those frequencies. You're going to be receiving exactly what you need. And the reason why is because you're tapped into this room.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. All right. So it's scanning.
It's scanning our vibration. And the beautiful thing is that you just need an app. You can put this on your phone, your iPad. Okay. So the top 5 things that came up for us was bioenergetic balance. That was the first one. Makes sense, you know, because the people coming in haven't been, you know,
they haven't been exposed to it yet.
Exposed to this yet. That's so cool, right? Oh, it's always so spot on. Healing Meridian 2. I need to get my little cheat note. I forget what's all in because these are titled programs. So it goes through, there's like sub programs that goes in there. Healing Beauty. That's nice.
We all need to look a little better.
Yeah. And beauty really has a lot to do with skin, but also I love that it does this. It's like it talks about your own self, like your own inner beauty. That's what this beauty is more about, not like superficial so much. Mental balance.
We
So
all need that right about now.
that sharpness, and then learning, concentration, memory. Think about this. Like, I'm turning 60 next year. I am really focused on my mental health, right? I don't want to have Alzheimer's. I do not want to go down that path. It makes me so sad. So you better believe it. I am going to do whatever I can to protect my brain, which is cannabinoids and healing. Okay.
That's
So
it.
here we go. Now, those are the top 5 things that came up. And I'm going to hit the button and we are vibrating.
Okay, everyone, just take one quick second and open up your mind, your body, your spirit to receive energy, light, and information from this quantum sensor of Healy. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to put Denise on mute, and I'm going to let Michelle, since her eyes are open, I'm going to let her start. I'm going to unmute Michelle, and Michelle, because we're vibrating right now. I want you all to feel the vibes, and she's going to share her experience and how Healy's helped her. Okay, Michelle, you're on. Let everyone know who you are. She's a cannabis nurse with the Green Nurses, and she does a lot of other things.
Yes, I do a lot of things, but I'm really passionate about being one of the Green Nurses. My name is Michelle Morris. I'm a nurse in Massachusetts, still bedside nursing. So going back to last March, I knew I was going to need to really pull out all the tools in my self-care toolbox to make it through this. And this keeps going and going. I'm still in the hospital. I can't tell you how timely this device has been for me as a nurse. It can be helpful to anyone during, what's going on in the world right now. But as a nurse, I was already practicing yoga. I was already practicing Reiki. I am a regular meditator, but and also daily use of CBD, which has changed my life, which is why I became a green nurse. But this particular device has gotten my healing and my self-care to an entirely different level. Sherry was talking about it literally just accelerates your healing. So when I am extremely depleted after 3 12-hour shifts and then an overnight or something like that, there's not enough cannabis in the world that can make me rebound as fast as this little device. So, I even when I'm not home much, if I'm doing a double and I'm literally only home for 8 hours, I can run this while I'm sleeping and wake up and feel refreshed, and in a whole different level that nothing else I've ever used before has been able to do. I also love that I can share it with other people, and my coworkers really need it. So I'm going to start sending to them on a regular basis. Of course, ask them if they're okay with that, but my crew needs it. We all need it in the hospitals, and nurses outside the hospital as well. So if you're looking for something to elevate your self-care routine, I can't recommend this enough.
Yep. And then you can also contact us. You know what I mean? You can contact us, request one of us. We'll do an energy healing session, incorporate cannabis education if you want. We really want people to be able to experience this, because look at us. Here we are at 9 a.m. on a Friday, all dressed up in front of the camera. And we're sharing this with you because it's important, and we want you all to feel good. It's okay to feel good. What else, Michelle? Anything else? Or is this, it's a lot. You just think about everything that you're doing.
I could literally talk about this all day long. But people are very intrigued by it, and it really does work. I've been able to get the ear of people that are very staunchly scientifically based, as well as people that are more on the woo-woo side of things. And we're us as cannabis nurses, we've already got our endocannabinoid system in tune, and we're already working on that basis of homeostasis. This just accentuates that.
There you go.
Does a beautiful job.
Yep. Awesome. Michelle, you're the best. Thank you. Yeah. Carrie Lee, let's unmute you, girlfriend. Boom.
Oh,
yeah. Healy. How's Healy been helping you?
Oh, I mean, just when Michelle talked about sleep and just a whole new level, waking up refreshed, that was me. And I love that you can, start the program and run it all night while you're sleeping. So it's fabulous. I think I was just telling you last night, Sherry, that I have been running the protection program quite a bit with Mercury and retrograde. The planets have been popping up as my number one thing. So I'm like, oh yeah. And right now I'm running it on the pink dot, just planets, because everything's been going a little nuts for me. So this helps. It helps me.
Yeah.
Pain has been really huge for me. I have, moderate to severe arthritis in my neck and in both of my knees. And so, the FDA does have that approved for some type of arthritic pain, correct, Denise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does really
yes,
help.
It's FDA cleared for pain, arthritis, muscle, due to muscle arthritis.
Okay. Okay. So like it really, like, puts you this way. I've been using it regularly now for I think about 60 days, and I don't take any. I was taking 3,000 milligrams of Tylenol a day. I was on naproxen, I was on Mobic. So I don't take any of it. And it's not just Healy. I mean, it's the
You do a lot of
cannabinoids.
other things. Yeah.
It's all of the self-care tools as we're talking about. And this is phenomenal. And one last thing that I love about it as a mom with a boy that's away at school is I can send him programs from within the learning programs when he has a skills test out or a big exam and I love that it has the acute. It has acute programs and it has non-acute, so sometimes I'm stumped and having trouble picking up on something and I really want to be able to learn, so I'll run one of the acute learning programs.
That's fascinating how many different things it can do.
It's so many different things.
Right? It taps into, just like cannabis does, bio, body, psycho,
Right.
spiritual, mental, emotional, spiritual, all at the same time. And you can combine Healy. It's another tool in the toolbox. If you're all interested, all of us are using this. We're all available. I'll tag our names in the little comment section. You can reach out to any of us at any time. We'll talk to you about it. There's also at high noon. Denise, what's going on at high noon today?
Yes. So high noon, if you want even more Healy vibration, every Friday at 8 o'clock and at 12 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we want you to be on Green Nurses. So you need to start your morning with Green Nurse podcast. Sherry and Mark are on every morning. Fantastic. If you're, just curious about how do I introduce these cannabinoids into my life? What's it about? What's the history? What's the science? All of that. They tap into it. And not only just cannabis, they do everything, mindset, all the good magic that helps our body heal and thrive, which is great. So at 12 o'clock, there is a Frequency Friday, every Friday on Facebook. We'll give you guys the link, but you can sit just like what we're doing now and you can receive vibration. It's just a little explanation about what's going on and you can just pop in, and have it done. One other thing I wanted to mention, this is applicable to pets. There is a whole new animal line of frequencies. And think about this, think about how much money you spend at the vet. Like when you go and, we don't buy insurance for that or anything. Like, Michelle's got it. We all are animal lovers. And this can be, for our pets. And what I notice with my dog, they are so intuitive. When I'm running my programs, she's sitting right there with me. Like she knows what's going on. And she's like, I want some of that good juju. I
want some of that good juju.
Give me that juju, right?
Exactly.
So I look at it as I look at cannabis, CBD, cannabinoids as you have one plant that can really help with best thing to have in your medicine cabinet, to take care of you. And then Healy as well. I feel like it brings it all together. It's like the hub, and it just like it accelerates, as Michelle and Carrie were saying. It definitely just accelerates whatever you're doing. It enhances, whatever you're doing, which is fantastic. And we love sharing this. So if you have more questions, whether you want to receive a session, we can do that. We can also set you up with, if you want to have your very own Healy for your house, for your own family. It's really a very, very practical tool, because it's something your whole family
can use.
And you can share the love. I love
Share the love. Share the love. So this is so I want to thank Denise Costello, Carrie Lee Lure, and Michelle Morris for joining us all this morning to share the high vibes on this high day. And reach out to us. There's going to be more comments. We're going to put some stuff in the comments, and we truly, you are receiving this. If you are watching this right now, you are receiving these frequencies, and we are amplifying them with all of the love that we have for all of you. So just look at that right now, as you look at that screen, right? Know that you guys are all amazing, and you are receiving a healing right now. So with that being said, everyone have an awesome day. Truly, it is about living your best life and helping others do the same.